Hey guys, this is your GeekFit Podcast number 40. Finally.
Woo-hoo, 40.
40. That's outstanding.
That's 10 times.
You got Steve Klassen and, of course, Jason Tucker. What's up, man?
Hey, I'm doing good, man. How you doing?
I'm good. Are we on video?
We are doing the videos. Now, I don't know how it's going to turn out or anything, but we'll see.
Get the 50-50 split this time instead of cutting me off with the shoulder?
It's going to cut you off on the shoulder. I was just playing the video a little bit, so we'll see how it turns out.
Really?
Yeah,
should I lean to one side or the other?
I think you have to stay in the middle.
All right, right in the middle. Okay.
Yeah.
Fair enough. So, how are things?
Things are doing pretty good, man. Yeah.
Yeah? Okay.
Yeah, I've been busy at work, like usual.
Yeah.
You've been busy at work, like usual.
Yep. I heard you say that. You said it twice.
No, I said you've been busy at work as well.
Oh, I've been busy. Yeah, of course. No, I'm always busy. Come on now.
Yeah.
Except when I'm not. And then when I'm not, I'm taking Zumba classes 4 days a week. So we'll talk about that. But anyway, so on to the weigh-in.
Yeah.
Yeah, where you at?
229.
229. And what was the...
I think it's because I was sick for an entire week, and I didn't eat worth a darn the whole week.
That's not the diet plan we're after, man.
It's not, man, but I was sick. I had the flu 2 times. I got the flu once over a Monday and a Tuesday, and then I got the flu again over a Saturday and Sunday.
That's not the way to be doing it, man.
Oh, dude, it was bad. Yeah.
The flu twice.
The flu twice in 1 week.
I'm saying name flu.
Jen's like, you got H1N1, man. You need to go get a shot.
You got the Heine.
Yeah,
one of us has got to catch it statistically.
Yeah.
Someone's got to. I haven't caught it. I haven't been sick in a long while.
I'm surprised, man. You're flying all over the place, touching everybody's computers and all sorts of desks and everything that haven't been wiped down or nothing.
I bring my own computer. I bring my own laptop and my keyboard, and I
walk around spraying stuff. Heck no.
Shaking people's hands and then washing your hands real quick.
Are you doing the bump? What's up?
The bump. Yeah, I don't shake hands. Just bring it up. Bring it.
Pound.
Yeah. Pound it out. Yeah, not so much. So, all right. So my way in. Since last show, I'm not even going to try. So let's just start from January 1st, all right?
Hey,
okay. So at January 1st, I weighed in 364. And today, today, weighed in at 360. So 4 pounds.
That's good.
Now that is a month's worth of progress. See, I'm doing the weightlifting, the new rules of lifting for men program.
Yeah.
And so I've lost inches all the way across the board.
Well, that's the point, right?
Exactly. So I gained muscle, I lost fat, presumably because my body fat measurer is it's gone the way of the dodo. We don't know where it went, but
pinch type of things or what?
No. It's the Omron. We must have repeated like show 5 or something.
Yeah.
But it's the Omron. You put the paddles in each hand and it measures the impedance between the handles. I don't know where it went, but anyway. So here are the measurements, right? 19.25 inch neck. I am down to 19 inches. So 3/4 of an inch on the neck. Chest 57 inches down to 56.25.
Nice.
Upper arm 21 inches. 21-inch biceps down 1 inch. That's fat loss. That's not. I've been lifting weights, so I still got 20-inch pythons unflexed. Very nice. And then forearm went from 13 to 14 inches. I assume that's from doing deadlifts.
Yeah.
Waist from 60 inches to 57.75.
Nice.
So that's a step in the right direction.
Is that a whole belt notch?
No, I've actually done several belt notches.
But I mean, what's a belt notch? Have you figured that out?
Probably about an inch.
Yeah.
Belt notch, 3/4 of an inch maybe. Yeah. See, the thing is where I'm being measured at the waist is not where my belt is. So no, this is around the thickest part of my body, which is over the belly button.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, my waist probably comes in. I mean, I've probably got it cinched down to like a 45 maybe.
Well, it depends on if you're a waist pant wearer or if you're a hips pant wearer. You've seen those people that wear their pants like almost at their belly button.
No, I can't do that. No. Yeah. It's underneath the belly button, above the hips.
Yeah.
So it's like 2 inches below the belly button, basically.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, she's measuring me at the thickest possible section of my midsection.
Nice.
And that's went from 6'2" to 57 and 3/4. Hip went from 57.5 inches to 56 and 3/4. So I lost 3/4 of an inch. I went from 32 inches to 33.5 inches, which is weird because I went from 33 inches to 32, and then I'm back up an inch and a half, but that's likely due to the squats.
Right.
So a little bit of thigh thickness, but that'll probably either stay the same or go back the other direction when the fat comes off. And then calves, no change, 20 inches both sides. Well, awesome. 20 inches between the first and the 24th. So
yeah.
So some good changes all around.
So how you been doing on taking pictures?
Not at all. No, I've just been taking measurements and just noting how I feel.
Oh, good.
I've got to break out the camera and do some more of that picture stuff, but I don't really have any place to put it.
Yeah, that's true.
I was putting it on Daily Burn, but then I stopped using that site so much. I don't know.
Yeah. I know. I have the same problem.
Yeah, I take pictures of myself.
Like trying to keep up with, which website should I be updating my stuff on or what have you, but yeah.
Well, what's funny is I took a new avatar screenshot for the use on the sites, and people were like, "Oh, your neck looks thinner and stuff." And I like the way my little square looks on the video this time. I like it better than last time. Last time it was like,
yeah.
And I'm here with GeekFit and Jason Tucker.
So now I've actually got a discernible neck. If you look, but anyway, so yeah, so that's it for the weigh-in.
Cool.
Yeah. Yep.
So what you've been reading books, man.
Yes, I did learn to read.
Yeah, because I don't read.
I do. Yeah, well, towards the end of the year, I was looking at Meetup.com just to see what kind of things I could go and like meet people that were nearby. And the thing that jumped out at me was a Sci-Fi book group. Like, oh, all right, so I'll go and check that out. And they were a nice group of people and folks. I can't remember what blog I was reading, but the guy posted his 2009 reading list.
Yeah.
The dude read 132 books.
Holy crud.
And I'm looking at this list, and I'm just like, whoa. I mean, and I emailed the guy, and I'm like, what do you do for a living that you can read 132 books? And the guy replied, real terse. He's some kind of developer.
Yeah.
He's going to be pissed if he hears this. I'm the developer. But he posted a real quick, like, well, the average person spends, blah, blah, blah hours a year watching TV. And then he broke down, like, it's the 250 pages average you can read a minute.
Wow.
Divided by blah, blah, blah. And he's like, if you do it by that math, then, I'm not reading enough. I guess he should be able to shred through 150 books a year if you use the same amount of time that people, use watching TV.
Oh.
So.
Yeah, you showed me that statistic. I was like, oh, wow.
Yeah, it's nuts. And I thought about it, and I'm like, okay, 250 words. And I looked, my Kindle, the size that I read it on, it's about 250 a page. Average book, between 600 and 700 pages. Okay, I could do that.
And you speed read anyhow, so.
I can if I have to, and I'll do that to get through technical documentation to find the answer I want. Yeah. But for leisure reading,
you lose a lot.
Yeah, for leisure reading, I read it like as if someone were reading it.
Yeah.
It doesn't let me get through books quickly, but whatever, I enjoy it more. But anyway, so I decided to shoot for an even 100 in 2010, 100 books.
Nice.
That's the average 2 a week. So with 2 weeks off. So I'm a little bit behind. I should have 8 books so far, and I've only got 5 this month.
So what kind of books have you been reading that's health and fitness related?
2 that I knocked out. One of them was, well, they were both recommendations from Green Tea Girl and Strong Sarah on Twitter. The first one, because the question I asked was, hey, what do you guys recommend for a workout, like a 2-3 day split? The wife's leaving. Oh, we're on camera. See? Wave. she's going to shop.
Or, so you can just give us an overview of which books, and I guess later on in the segment here we're going to be talking.
Oh yeah, we'll talk about more. But so the first book was New Rules of Lifting for Men. It's a full body workout a few days a week, and the other one is on kettlebells.
Ah, nice.
Yeah, Enter the Kettlebell. But we'll talk about it more later in the show.
Coolness.
Yeah.
Man, you've been traveling.
Yeah, I got some more coming up, and I'm nervous about it, too.
Really?
Yeah, I've been doing okay while I'm home, going to the gym, doing the workouts, all that. And I'm just nervous that I'm not going to be able to finagle, And the thing that's killing me is we haven't done a show since I got the BodyBugg, have we?
Yeah, no.
Okay, so I got the BodyBugg at Christmas.
Right. The
same thing they use on 24-Hour Fitness. And so now I'm like super accountable. I mean, we upload the data to the website, and it's like
it starts tweeting.
Earn this much, you consume this much, and I mean, it's painfully obvious if you're not doing the work. So I'm just like, okay, I can always walk. Unless I'm in Minnesota in the snow, which is where I'll be part of the time. I'm just like, I can walk in the building. I would look very strange walking circuits in the inside a hotel because people think I'm trying to flee from a room or something. I don't know, but yeah, I'm gonna bring the TRX with me. And
do you have the BodyBugg right in front of you?
It's on my arm.
Oh yeah, let me see it. Pythons.
Yeah, the python. Yeah, look at the arms, man.
No, man.
It's brutal.
I'm kind of weak. See.
Yeah. Oh man. I got the pythons. Yeah. Anyway, so this has already got my love on it. It's been scratched up severely. So when I first got it, so it's this elastic band. They give you the fat band to start with.
Right.
There's another band that's smaller that comes with it, but this has been perfect for my arm. And I've never been able to wear they've always been too tight.
Yeah, we always get those really great review units of like iPod things for your arm, and Steve.
And that's how much slack I have.
Send it to me.
I mean, I could use all of that if I needed to stretch it out. I mean, you would have to be like Andre the Giant size to not fit one of these. And the thing that's funny is wearing it, you think you'd be it would bother you because it's like it's on your arm all the time.
Right.
You forget about it. Like after a week, it's like wearing a watch. You don't even realize you're wearing it.
Didn't they used to have an older one that was a bigger model?
I don't know.
I could have swore it had like something that was like, I don't know, like a size of a CD or something. It was pretty big.
Oh, but it's got 2 paddles on the back, right? Okay. 2 little metal contacts.
Yeah.
But the way you get it out is you push it out and it comes out 2 pieces.
Nice.
And this piece has a USB on one side.
Okay.
And then you just slide it back in. Pop it back in, and then you always do a label up. So you put it back on your arm.
Yeah.
You got to pull your sleeve way up, get it up onto the top, and then put your sleeve back down.
Nice.
And it makes a noise.
It makes a noise?
Yeah.
It's like detected your sweat.
Yeah, it goes. Yeah. Anyway, but yeah, that's it pretty much. But yeah, it definitely... I had 2 days last week. There was a surplus of calories.
Yeah.
And it was like painfully obvious, like the orange is on the right side. And it's like, oh. So I'm not going to have any planned workouts. I'm just going to try to steal a workout whenever I can, basically. So cool. Anyway, that's, we'll see how it goes. But coming up, I've got Austin, Virginia, and St. Paul, Minnesota.
Nice.
Yeah.
Cool. You get to see some friends out there in Virginia, huh?
Exactly. Kris is there. So happy.
Yay.
Awesome. We're going to hang out. It's going to be sweet.
Awesome.
All right. So what do you got going on?
Well, I'm actually traveling. I have one trip.
Traveling?
Yeah. I'm going to San Francisco. Ooh, so
I
far away.
heard about that. I think someone was saying horrible things about you.
Yeah, my wife was saying horrible things about me.
I saw that.
I think the Apple community doesn't realize that there's this date called Valentine's Day that's on February 14th.
I didn't even think about that. I thought she just wanted to go to San Francisco.
Well, she wants to go to San Francisco, but
wow.
I don't know what their deal was, but they thought it was a really great idea to just put it like right up against
Maybe they thought you were bringing your wife with you. I don't know.
She doesn't want to go to that. I took her to Comdex, back when Comdex was big and or actually running, and yeah, she was like, we'll get some free stuff, but outside of that, I'm just gonna go gamble. And I was like, all right.
There you go.
There's no gambling in San Francisco, but
right.
It would have been fun. So yeah, I'm going up there for iProng magazine. Gonna help them cover some stuff, and then see if I can pick up some health and fitness stuff for us to review too.
There you go.
There's a lot of vendors that we do stuff with that we've reviewed in the past that I'm gonna go talk to and pick up some cool stuff from them.
Not bad. So happy belated birthday.
Thanks, man. Yeah, 32.
You're now 40-something?
Nope. 32.
32? Finally?
Yeah.
So I'm older than you are.
You are older than me by
a few months? Yeah, 3 months.
Yep.
Yeah. All right, fair enough. Welcome to 32. It's nothing special.
Yeah, we don't get anything until what, like the AARP days or what?
I get the mail from AARP. I don't know why they sent it to me. I'm not old enough for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I had a good time. I went rollerblading. That was always a good thing.
Nice.
We did our annual rollerblade thing and go over and rollerblade. Did I say rollerblade? Ice skating.
Is it twice?
Ice skating.
So you even wrote on the show notes rollerblading.
I know, I read it. Yeah, went to this place called Anaheim Ice, where the Ducks of Anaheim practice. So
it says rollerblading at the park. Did you rollerblade?
Oh, I did go rollerblading at the park.
Oh, okay. All right.
So I went ice skating with the family. My brother had a hard time because he blew out a blood vessel in his leg.
Ouch.
And so his leg is huge.
Ooh.
That one leg is. And so he tried to put ice skates on, and it didn't work so well.
Don't do that.
He asked his doctor. His doctor was like, oh, it's cool. It's no big deal. But yeah,
right.
No way. He went around once, and he's like, I'm good.
Wow.
Okay, and his wife went with us, and she tried really hard, but she didn't hang.
Yeah. I can't imagine that would be fun.
Yeah. And then my youngest daughter, tried to get her to skate. She actually did pretty well. Holding my hands. I had to hold both hands and got her going. And then the older kids, they were there with us, and they did pretty well too.
Not bad.
Dude, I love ice skating. I took video. I got to post a video. It's like
I've seen the video.
It's like the fast guy on the fast car on the freeway, just like weaving in and out of traffic. Oh,
right.
Dude, I love it. I get a rush out of it. I'm just like, bah, 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 bah. And then every once in a while, some little kid will like jump in front of you, or some guy will just take a massive spill, and you're thinking, should I jump over the guy? There's no way I'm gonna be able to jump.
Yeah, no jumping over guys. That's how you lose thumbs.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, that's not a good scene.
But I had a lot of fun with that. And then the rollerblading thing. My daughter was learning how to ride a bike, and so we got her a bike for Santa. Got her a bike for Christmas.
Oh, nice job.
And so we went and rode at the park, and I took her to the most craziest, hilliest, scariest park, and I didn't think anything about it because we usually go there to just run around and play ball and stuff.
Right.
And rollerblades and my age and everything don't really work very well. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
But you did okay with ice skating.
Ice skating I do great, but rollerblades, I don't know. It's different. My rollerblades are like 10 years old, and they're falling apart.
That probably doesn't help. Yeah. I had rollerblades once upon a time. I don't think they came to Washington with us.
Oh, you dumped them?
I think I gave them to somebody.
Yeah. I have some really
they were fancy.
My rollerblades are really nice. Yeah, I spent like $300 on mine.
Nice.
That's why I kept them. I'm like,
right.
please work. And now they're falling apart. They're like chipping and getting gross. And
nice.
It's sad.
Replace the wheels will be like brand new, man.
It's the outside of it, like the outside protective layer. It's like it's like chipping. You stick your fingernail in it, and it's gross. That blue stuff all over the back of my car. It was gross.
Maybe time for another pair, I think.
Yeah. So probably hitting the bike. I still have my bike, so.
Fair enough. Okay.
I can't hold her up and unicycle. That just doesn't work. So.
No, I can't imagine it would. No.
So anyhow, that's what I've been up to.
Okay, good deal.
Have you been doing any walks or anything? Because you said you're doing a little bit of walking here and there.
A little bit of walking. The weather's been really nasty lately, like bitter cold. But I did walk to and from Subway a couple of times. That was a nice brisk walk. It's 1 mile each direction. And then Ivy and I went to the movies, I think it was last weekend, the weekend before last, and we walked to the movies and walked back afterwards.
Cool.
So It's not bad. The weather's kind of nasty for that, so that's why I was trying to switch to doing the other thing we're going to talk about shortly. Yeah, after this. Step aerobics. So my goal was to go and try each of the different classes that 24-hour fitness offers, right? So the first one they had was step aerobics. And I've been doing lunges, and I was doing step-ups, and I was doing that kind of thing for the workout anyway. Yeah. So I was familiar with it, and it was difficult. So I figured, I was doing step-ups like up to mid-shin level. And I figured, okay, well, I'll just do a little bit lower, and we'll go do it in a class with some music. All right. So I went and did that. It kicked my butt, man. They're not stepping up on it and stepping back down. No. They're launching up on it, jumping over the other side, and it was nuts. The instructor's name was Nancy. Yeah. She was very proud of me for finishing. Heck, everyone in the class was excited that I finished the class, but I was just it destroyed me. Oh man. I kept up. I kept going. A couple of the maneuvers, the T-step was a little bit awkward. Yeah. But I worked it out. I finished it. Huh. Yeah. I didn't go back to another step class though. That was the one only.
Answer me this. So you're saying that you're going to go to all these classes and try them all out, right?
Right.
How does it feel when you're the only guy?
In the step class, I wasn't the only guy. There were it was mixed.
Oh, okay.
It wasn't a real even mix, but there were some guys in there. It's the other class that I've been doing that is like almost exclusively women.
Wow.
And so the other class is Zumba, Zumba, right? We'll post a link to Zumba.com, but there's one YouTube video in particular that I liked because it really shows like the kind of energy that you see in a typical Zumba class.
Yeah, I saw a couple that after we were talking about it, and some of them were like, it's like hip hop Zumba. It's like, what are you doing? Doesn't make it. It was really weird.
Yeah, and it varies by teacher too. Yeah. And so I took a Zumba class, and Ivy was telling me, don't, you're gonna get destroyed. Someone I know takes that in my school, and she says it destroys you. And I was like, okay, so I was prepared for like, just get through the class, just get to the end. Yeah. Don't have to do it well, just get through it. I had a blast. I had so much fun. I was the only guy in that class, and I was like kind of center and then back a little, so I wasn't right in the middle. Yeah. But the lady who did the class walked right up to me, and she's like, "Hi, I'm Jennifer," and I'm like, "Hi, I'm Steve." She shook my hand. Yeah. She's like, "Have you ever done a Zumba class before?" And I'm like, "No, it's the first time." She's like, "Oh, well, I'm really glad you're here." And I'm like, "Well, thanks. Glad to be here." So that was cool, and her class was a blast. Her name was Jennifer S. And a lot of fun, lots of movement. And after taking the class like 6 or 8 times, with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different instructors. So every instructor that teaches at this particular location, they've all got different styles, which depending on how you like your Zumba, you'd like one better than the other. But where was I going with that? Oh, so like some of them wear a mic, some of them don't. Some of them have
like a headset mic, or
they wear a headset, and they're like, okay, now we're going to go this way, or up and back or whatever. And so they'll give like verbal cues using the headset, and it's loud and it talks over the music. And okay, some don't use the mic, and they use visual cues instead. So like you'll do like grapevine where you're going to the right, and then they'll point to the left, and then you go to the left. Right. And when they're ready for you to stop doing that and you're supposed to stay in the center, they'll point up, letting you know that the next thing's going to be like right up front. And they'll like point forward, and you're going to walk forward.
No DDR with like the arrows and stuff, right?
No. This I was telling you. I said the Zumba is like the DDR arrows. Right. Only instead of following the arrows, you're following hot chicks in front of you. And it's not just the instructor, because if you're a couple rows back, like there's 20 different women in front of you that are all doing relatively the same thing. Huh. You can look at any one of them you want, or a handful of them to get a feel for what's going on and just do what they're doing.
Oh.
But it's a blast. I had a lot of fun.
That's cool.
Yeah, the time goes by quick. I mean, an hour goes. There's 60 minutes.
Oh wow.
Yeah, and usually the last 10 minutes is a cool down, depending on the instructor again. Some of them just Zumba right up to the end.
Wow. They'll
do a little bit of stretching at the end, but it's like only a couple of minutes. But
so you stretching beforehand?
No, you just get right into it.
Oh, so you got to stretch or you got to do something.
It's weird with the stretching. Like every couple of years, they change their mind. Like they're okay, stretch before you work out, and then later they'll be like, no, stretching cold muscles is terrible. Don't ever do that. And it's like every time I read a book, they tell me something different. And it's not even a time thing either. It's just different people.
Right.
Nobody can agree on when to stretch. Stretch warm, stretch hot, So I do 5 minutes of treadmill beforehand just to get warmed up.
Yeah.
And they usually lead you into it pretty easy. The first song's usually like you're not doing like rumbas or anything crazy right out the gate, but it's been interesting.
Now, do you have any dance background at all? Like
DDR?
Well, like to know the types of moves that they're talking about or anything like that.
A little bit. I did
you do line dancing or
exactly
something?
line dancing.
Okay,
right.
Well, you got Grapevine with that, so
right. The watermelon crawl, the Grapevine, yeah. I knew that from when I lived out in the 909 with you.
Yeah.
That was where it was square dancing stuff. I mean, it was Hicksville. We'd go to square dances, and I actually liked it because I enjoyed the square dancing because it was everybody does the same thing, and you're enjoying yourself. The music's going. Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with Zumba.
Yeah, but you got a couple beers in you, and when you're doing them over there.
Yeah, I wasn't drinking. Whatever.
Yeah.
But it was funny. There were a couple of people in the very last class that I did this one trainer that buddied up with me. She dragged some of her clients in, and they were all pretty big folks like me. And they were like, yeah, there were just some of these moves that you just can't do. And I'm like, thank you. Finally, someone who understands. Physics are against us. Being big people, you can't stop mass and redirect the direction in this much time.
Yeah.
Granted, we could do it pretty fast. I mean, there were some, like a grapevine, you can go to the right and then go to the left. I mean, we're having to use more effort to stop ourselves and go the other direction.
Sure.
But then they do it like half, or they do it twice as fast for some other move. It's like, nope, I can't fight physics. There's no way I can make that happen. So you just do it at like a half speed or whatever. But yeah, anyway.
Crazy.
So yeah, different styles. Mic'd, not mic'd, visual cue or no visual cue. Some of the music was different. Some of them were like straight up out of the Zumba catalog, CD catalog. I mean, every song were like Zumba, 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 and and this like, and then we're gonna Zumba to the left, and we're gonna Zumba to the right, and it's like, come on, I want Eminem, I want P Diddy, There was only a couple of teachers that were like that, where it was like, Zumba, 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 and then they were wearing this. I mean, everything said Zumba on it. The pants said Zumba, and then there were other people that were just like they were wearing their clothes,
right?
Yellow pants, bright orange top, that kind of thing.
Huh.
It depends what you like.
Right.
If you like the classic Zumba experience, you go with those guys. I wanted the one that was like, shaking your butt and just, crazy. I know you want desperately. Monzi's begged me for a video. She said it should have been your gift, your birthday present, a video of me doing Zumba.
Nice.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man. Well, anyway.
So you had one other thing on this list here, the Accel Human Performance. What's that all about?
Yeah, you remember when I told you guys that I went to this place? It was in a strip mall, and they had TRX training.
Oh, right.
They had 2 TRXs in there, and I went in there to just get a feel for how to use the TRX when I go on the road. Well, they expanded. They went from this one little teeny, in a strip mall, to this big corner lot, between Dunkin' Donuts and something else. And it's just this big corner space that they have.
Yeah.
They've got treadmills and all the free weights and kettlebells and big open green area AstroTurf area in the middle. Looks like a baseball diamond kind of. Huh. So it's kind of like baseball diamond shaped, the whole building.
Yeah.
And it's got the machines, it's got free weights, it's got everything you would need to do my workouts. But they also do boot camps and things like that.
Okay.
And they've also got an A-frame kind of situation where it has all these TRXs hanging from it. Huh. And they're new models too.
There's what?
They're new models of TRX.
Oh, cool.
My TRX, if you yank one side or yank the other side, it'll pull all the way to the handle. Theirs has a little loop at the top that you can only pull it so far one way or the other, so it keeps it centered all the time.
Oh, nice.
I was like, I gotcha.
So is there an upgrade that you can just like slap that thing on there?
No, I posted on Twitter. I'm like, hey, they've got a new kind. What happened? They're like, you can do all the exercises with yours if they can do it theirs. I'm like, I know. Still got mine. I'm not going to get rid of it.
What I got to go buy over at Home Depot to make mine like theirs?
Yeah, well, sew a little loop into it in the middle, and some of the connections were different or new, but I mean, they're always making changes. So if you got a TRX a year ago, the new one is cool too.
Very nice.
Yeah.
So this place is local to you, huh?
Yeah, it's right around the corner. It's never crowded, or it isn't yet. And I can go there, knock out a workout, and leave. I don't have to fight people for the equipment like I do at 24 Hour.
Nice.
But 24 Hour, I'm paid up for a year. I mean, there's no monthly dues there.
Right.
So I'm just I go back.
Is this the new place that you're going to? Is that what this place is?
The Accel, yeah. It's the gym. Yep.
Gotcha. Yeah, I didn't know if that was like the new place that you're talking about. You guys were going to, and
we got memberships.
Yeah.
All three of us. Yeah.
Cool.
Ivy's going to lift weights and hit the treadmill. Mm-hmm. The treadmill's like something out of some sci-fi flick. I mean, this thing's got an HD display and iPod plug and it's nuts. A little USB plug so you can download your data for your workout.
Crazy.
How many calories you burned, it'll put right on the USB. Just nuts. But yeah, I dumped a raw MP4 onto my Nano, which there's no way it's going to display with any kind of clarity.
Right.
But plugged it into that full blown.
No way.
On the HD, yeah.
Wow, that's pretty cool.
Hot. Yeah, I just put it on the Nano and take them over there.
Huh.
I can
How
only
much one of those things is?
The treadmill?
Yeah.
Spendy, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But they've got them on the elliptical, the treadmill, and the stair climber.
Jeez.
All three of them have their own TVs.
Wow. Well,
and they've got
some
cable.
Numbers. I'd love to research.
Yeah, I'll check it out. And it's a smaller shop, and I know the people who own it, so they'll let me take videos. So
nice.
Should be able to go in there and take the minnow and get some. Be cool.
We would love to see that.
I'd even do a little Zumba, throw on some music. I remember some moves, man. Doesn't have to be
a belated birthday present.
Right. Jennifer said she'd be interested in doing an interview, though.
Oh well, good.
Yeah, so we'll do that. That'd be cool.
Yeah.
All right.
I'd love to hear how she got into that and all that fun stuff.
Hey, are you into hacking your iPod and learning some cool computer tricks?
Nobody wants to hear about that stuff. Do you want to learn about cool gaming tricks and tips?
Gaming is stupid. Come on, people want a podcast about upgrading their TiVos and cool utilities.
No, people want a podcast about the geek lifestyle.
I don't know what podcast you're talking about, but all the great tech stuff is on the GeekCast.
Really? Well, all the great gaming and movie stuff is on the GeekCast too.
If you're looking for the best alternative to Internet Explorer using great RAM on your Mac or stealth ways to secure your PC, the GeekCast is the podcast for you.
If you're looking for geek jargon, movie references, and gaming talk, then the GeekCast is the podcast for you.
From secret Contra codes
to programming and Fortran, the GeekCast is the podcast for you.
Come check us out at www.geekcastonline.com
or search the GeekCast on iTunes.
The GeekCast, podcasting at the speed of the internet.
We're ready to believe you.
Books. Do you know how to read?
No, I don't. You know what? I have a bunch of books.
Do you?
I was looking at some of them, and they're very old.
Are they all technical?
I have one to show you.
Okay.
Let me go get it real quick because you're getting a trip.
All right. It's probably mine. It probably belongs to me.
So this is how far Steve and I go back.
Oh God, I know it's one of my books. It's my. I knew that was the book, the red book.
Let's see here. There's actually a marker in here. Let's see what the marker goes to real quick. IF config.
Yes,
come on, it's a classic. You have to know that one.
It's a classic. The red book. I never got to read that book, by the way. I gave it to try it. No.
You know what? I've recommended the red book to I don't know how many people.
Really?
And now it's not red anymore, so no one knows what the hell I'm talking about.
You can still call it the red book.
Yeah.
How funny. Okay, so books. So back when this website was in beta, it was called LibraryThing.com.
Mm-hmm.
I got a I don't know, early adopter membership or something. So I've got a for life membership at this place, but it's a really neat website, and you can join for free. I don't know what the pay benefits are, but you basically search for your books, and you can search the Library of Congress, Amazon.com. You just put in the name of the books, and it builds up your library basically. Oh, nice. And you can tag them and all that, and keep track of all your titles. Anyway, but I've been using this site, and yeah, that's all I got to say about that site. It's a good site for.
There's a program that I've used on the Mac called Delicious Library. That's actually a really, really nice application. And I think, if I remember correctly, it ties into LibraryThing.
Okay. So LibraryThing, we'll have a couple of links there to the books that I've been reading. But the first one was, well, this is out of order. I read Enter the Kettlebell yesterday. I sat down and read it in one read. 170 pages. It wasn't a difficult read. There's a lot of pictures and examples, but it was a good read. The way they teach you how to do kettle. It's written by Pavel. I'm not even going to try his last name, but I'll hold it up for the camera. So that's the book, Enter the Kettlebell, by Pavel.
He didn't try his last name either, but okay.
Yeah, he didn't write it on the book, which is awesome. But the guy looks like Jason Statham.
Yeah, he does.
Yeah, I mean, even
a car and go crash into stuff.
Exactly right, with his heart exploding because of some kind of drug that they gave him.
Exactly.
But yeah, you should see the faces that he makes. I mean,
these are all him. Oh, that's awesome.
Those are all him, right? But the funny thing is he's got the right way to do it and the wrong way to do it. But when he does the wrong way, he makes goofy faces. And it's so if you were like completely ignoring all of the text and you just looked at what he was doing, you were like, oh, he can't be doing that right. Oh yeah, that says it's the wrong way. Yeah,
that's awesome.
So anyway, I read this book, 170 pages, and I've read a lot of weightlifting technique books, and they're all pretty much the same in that they say, here's the lift, here are some pictures of it. Here are some things to keep in mind while you're doing it so you don't break yourself. Yeah. Right? This is the first book that I've read that gives you smaller, like, it takes the entire lift and it teaches you smaller pieces of how to do it. So they teach you in this book swings, get-ups, the clean, the press, and the snatch. And each one of those, he gives you like 5 other exercises to do to master the entire motion. So to do a swing, I mean, you're doing a box squat, and there's another exercise you can master to swing the kettlebell up at the right speed, so that you're not yanking it up. You attach a towel to it so that you get a straight angle when you swing it up, instead of like yanking it up and it's hanging off the towel. So it's interesting. It'll give you like 5 different things to do that gives you each component of the lift. It's like learning how to drive a car by getting in the driver's seat and getting out of the car, getting in the driver's seat and getting out of the car again. Okay, you've mastered that part. Now get back in the car. Now put on your seatbelt. Now take it off. Now put your seatbelt on. Now take it off.
Yeah.
So it's, the whole process, he teaches you in little pieces. So given that you have that you could very easily damage yourself with these things, because it is a full body movement when you're doing the swings and the clean and press and all those. I like that it's broken down into bite-sized pieces, and the whole first chapter is all safety. Oh, it's wow. Like, well, are they really vacuuming the house while I'm doing a show? That's awesome.
I'm not
just
happens
need to be vacuumed. Yeah, right. Anyway, I didn't announce till the whole house I was doing a show, so that was my fault. Anyway, so it was good. The book's called Enter the Kettlebell, Strength Secret of the Soviet Supermen. That's a lot of S's. I didn't realize till I said it out loud. It was a good read. And absolutely, if you want to get into kettlebells, it's the entry-level book. It was recommended by Strong Sarah and Green Tea Girl, mainly Strong Sarah, who I think I may have hurt her feelings by saying something unflattering about Pavel.
Nah.
Pavel's her boy. Pavel's her boy. But
she likes the funny faces that he makes, that's all.
No, it wasn't the funny faces. It was the whole dishonor of aerobics comment. And I was like, you know what? I'll Zumba all day long if I want to Zumba. Then I'll come swing kettlebells in the same day. Like,
yeah,
I should. That's right. I'll do kettlebells while I'm doing Zumba.
That would be a video.
Yeah. I'm a Zumba with the kettlebells. How do you like
my bodies go this way, my kettlebells go this way.
That's right. I'm going to design an offshoot of the program that's going to be Kettlebell Zumba. KZ. Anyway. Yeah. Anyway. Yeah, it's a good book. I enjoyed it a lot. The other one I read was The New Rules of Lifting, 6 Basic Moves for Maximum Muscle. What is it with alliteration in these people? They love to use the same letter. Okay. That book was a lot of fun, and it was recommended by Green Tea Girl on Twitter. When I had asked about whether they thought I should do like a 3-day split or a 4-day split or what for like upper body or upper lower, she says, well, how about a full body workout 3 days a week? And I'm like, sounds good to me. What do what book can you recommend? This book I really enjoyed. The guy's personality is he's a funny guy. And I mean, he talks about, I'll have to find a quote. He talks about getting chased by a mountain lion.
Yeah.
It's like, if you're getting chased by a mountain lion, are you going to, bicep curl up a tree? Or are you going to climb up that tree with every muscle in your entire body in any fashion you have to?
Yeah.
And it's like, well, I hadn't trained for fleeing mountain lions, but, I could dig it. But it basically goes through and it talks about how, I'm going through my Kindle because that's where the information is. And it talks about using the 6 basic movements. Push, pull, twist. I wrote them down. Where are they? Squat, deadlift, lunge, push, pull, twist, and then combination moves, which is technically the 8th movement. But lunges I've always kind of avoided in the gym. Yeah. You know what a lunge is? Yeah. Where one leg, because they hurt so much.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I didn't realize the outer and inner thighs, that's when the lunge gets built. That's what the lunge works. And that's why it hurts so bad, is because you're not normally using that, muscle. And step-ups, like step classes, same thing.
Right.
But squats and deadlifts just intimidate the heck out of anybody that goes to the gym, because they're like, that's for bodybuilders. It's really not. Squats, my legs have never been stronger. Wow. Deadlifts, my lower back. And everyone's so afraid of like lower back problems that they're just terrified to do any kind of, strengthening with it.
Right here.
Yeah, it's like, if I do that, I'll break my back.
Well, I jacked up my back, so I'm totally scared to do anything.
Well, you dropped a cage on you, bookshelf or something.
Yeah, I dropped a server rack on me.
I know, dummy. Anyway,
hey man, don't use whispers to
that was the other thing about Pavel's book, is it was constantly, anytime you injure yourself, it's your fault. I'm like, well, I can't argue with that. He makes a good point, but Sympathy. I need sympathy. But yeah, squats, deadlifts, lunges, push and pull, pretty self-explanatory. Twisting. I had no idea that the center ab muscles were like designed to stop you from twisting in half.
Yeah, well.
So like, yeah, so if you're trying to like stop yourself from turning left or right, that's when the center ab muscles are being used the most. The crunches, they hit them, but not very well.
Yeah.
So I mean, you get more ab work out of like doing a one-arm row where you're trying to stop yourself from twisting into it. You know, just stabilizing your midsection, it seems to do a lot of work. So it's a good book. It's interesting. It had a lot of neat tidbits of information. Yeah. It referenced a couple of other books I think I'll be reading too. Like Ultimate Back Fitness and Health. There was a book on that he must have quoted a dozen times, especially when talking about deadlifts and lunges and squats. So I think I'm adding that to my list.
Good stuff.
Yeah. So what's going on with Delicious?
Delicious. So I,
yes,
you,
not me.
I have been posting things on our Delicious account.
I know. I don't know how.
And well, that's why I'm going to do this little quick little
All right.
thing here.
Go.
So Delicious. If you've never used Delicious is a great place to pretty much go on, make a bookmark, and share it with people. Now you can make your own bookmarks and make them private, and no one will ever see them. You can make them public, and then people can follow you via RSS feed. That's exactly what I'm doing. Is I'm scooping via an RSS feed. So if you find something that you like, you can post it onto Delicious, and I have a script that looks at that RSS feed, and it looks for GeekFit-Reads, READS. So if it has GeekFit Reads in the tag, then what it does is it will show up on our website every week. Now, mind you, I go through them and look at them before I approve them. I
was about to say, I'm waiting for the spam.
So right now, only Steve and I can, pretty much put whatever we want on there. But outside of that, what ends up happening is if somebody were to go and post one on there, then we'll see it via RSS, and then we can just go and approve it. Are you trying to tell me something?
Yes, your breath is horrendous. Have some gum.
Yeah.
Just kidding. That was our ad for that's our ad for the whole thing.
It's by Extra. No,
this podcast by Extra.
So if you haven't checked it out, if you go over to geekfit.com on our website, we put on weekly links of various links that we found on the web.
Right.
And if Steve starts figuring out how to do it, then he can post them on there, and then we'll all be sharing.
I do find things to put on there, and I do post them to Delicious, but I just didn't realize the tag I needed to use.
Yeah. So GeekFit-Reads.
Got it.
And I'll put a little thing on the website so people will know about it.
Okay. Sounds good.
So that is Delicious.
Delicious. Okay. Okay. Twitter bot.
Yeah, so have you been using the Twitter bot?
I have. Well, by using it, I've been referencing it, using SW Klassen.
Yeah.
Yeah, they don't repeat very often.
We mean they don't repeat very often.
It's not picking them up a lot of times?
I'm working on that.
Okay.
We have a little bit of...
Yeah, I use it every day. Every day I post my calories and my deficit and all that. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been getting a lot of people using it. I'm actually surprised to see how many people have been posting onto that thing.
Yeah.
So how do you use it?
I just use the #GeekFit tag at the end of my Twitters. I have to double post
you have to use
to Mr. Xenu and my public account.
Yeah.
But the public account is the one that gets picked up by the bot.
Yeah, so that's exactly it. So if you don't have a publicly facing Twitter account, you're not going to be able to have it retweeted. And I don't think you'd want to.
No, it would. That's the point.
It defeats the purpose. Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, we've been getting people from Spa Guy's wife's been posting stuff on there quite a bit, talking about her walks and runs.
Right.
Let's see here. Who else we've had? Sherwin Rocks been posting on there. SL Penny's been posting on there. Our friend Bill MD, that's gonna be mad that we haven't posted a live show yet.
No, it's fairly live. Yeah. Bill MD sent me a couple of coupons for getting new specs.
Really?
Yeah, it was very cool. He sent one for me and one for Ivy.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, friends and family.
And then, yeah, we've been getting, a lot of people referencing your BodyBugg postings. I think that's really cool. Referencing
how?
Like, they'll retweet a posting that you did using the BodyBugg tag and then...
Oh, yeah.
Tag. Yeah, so the idea of GeekFit, the GeekFit tag is the hashtag or the #, and then GeekFit. You don't have to use it at the very end of the post. You could use it in the middle of it if you're referencing, maybe our show or something like that, and you want the bot to pick it up.
Right.
Yeah, you can pretty much put it in anywhere in there, and it will pick it up and use it.
There you go.
The only time it won't do it is if you're retweeting, because I don't want that thing to just go nutso.
Yeah, Carrie, I think, is auto tagging some of her Map My Ride stuff. Looks like maybe the Map My Ride is tweeting. Yeah, Map My Fitness is tweeting it, and she just tagged GeekFit to the end of it.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if it's Carrie or Kari. She's in Fort Lauderdale.
Oh, well, I think that's a great idea if you have using some software that will tweet for you.
Right.
To use it.
Yep, I like Hootsuite. It works.
So we got one other thing that we've been reviewing. Two things. We have two things?
Two things. Yep.
Oh, yeah, we do have two things, don't we?
Yep.
So how much have you used the Walk Meter app quite a bit? I've used it
I did.
twice. I have.
I used it a few times and actually used it for what it wasn't designed for a couple of times.
Nice.
I wanted to see if I could just drive around and have it pick it up. It works. I mean, it could be the Drive Meter app for, whatever, but you just hit start and go, and, as long as you have a solid GPS connection. But no, it works really well, especially for walks. We did the walk from my house to Subway. Yep, that's the one. We walked from my house to Subway. The graph. Yeah, that was actually really telling. So you normally take a walk somewhere and you're walking a certain distance. You could use Google Maps to figure out how far you went. But the thing that this application will do is it also gives you a graph for your elevation. Yeah, there you go.
There's my map.
Gives you your mile markers and things like that.
Yeah, the elevation thing's kind of cool.
Yeah, it really speaks to the extra difficulty for your walk. It's like, yeah, I walked 2 miles, but look, I went way up a hill and then down a hill and up a hill and down a hill.
Elevation stuff.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah, everything you could possibly want to know about a walk, the elevation, the time, the pace, the duration, the path, I mean, all of it in one iPhone app. Yeah, I like the main screen because it's got 6 numbers. No clutter, no nonsense. A big fat start button on the bottom. It almost looks like a stopwatch with a few extra bits of information.
And the chick talks on there, and she says all sorts of stuff.
Did you turn on the Twitter notifications?
I tried, and I don't think I was. I had a hard time getting it to authenticate. For some reason,
I got it to work.
Oh, you did?
It was real easy when I got
it. Was it really chatty or no?
So 2 points to that. One, I got it to work, which means I'm smarter than you are. And the other one.
Dude, you had to call tech support, so don't even start with me.
That's exactly what I was going to say. So there was another thing that I wanted explained to me about the app. The tech support is fantastic. This guy, I don't know if it's one guy. I talked to a few different people, but the one in particular I talked to went through it, explained it, was very specific about how to sort it out. It's not tech support you would expect from from an iPhone application. It was more like enterprise tech support. It was crazy.
I'm trying to find the thing where I can get her to talk.
It worked because I was freaked out because I was walking, and all of a sudden, over the top of my podcast, I heard text-to-speech somebody's Twitter.
How crazy!
While the Twitter is updating, while you're it reads them to you.
Oh, that's nuts! I didn't figure that part out yet.
Yeah, it's great. I thought it was just going to notify me when it had posted my Twitter. It's like, no, it's actually reading my Twitter feed. Yeah.
Oh, that's crazy. I mean,
yeah. Exactly. It's like, really, for a walk up? Okay, whatever. That's cool.
If you're that hard up.
Some people cannot live without their Twitter.
Dude, well, that's the thing is I'll just see, that's the one problem that I have about the iPhone, and it has nothing to do with the application. Is just that you can't do multiple things at the same time on the thing. So you
just twittered saying you just started to walk.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, it does work.
Started walk with a walk meter. I've got mine set to only Twitter at the very end.
Okay. And what's crazy is if you close out of the application, say you get a phone call or something, and it stops it, but it picks it back up again. Like, I don't know if it figures out where you're at, but
I don't know. It worked fine. So I actually got a phone call, and I was listening to music at one point, and I turned off the phone a couple of times. I didn't miss a beat. And it was going from the house to the movie theater and back. And I even hit stop, and like through the whole movie, came out, hit start again, and hit done when we got home. So it tracked it as one big, circuit. So it seems to maintain, where you're at and everything. So I was very impressed. It's a well thought out application.
Here's some stats that it.
Right.
So you get for instance the total walk time, or when you started, the total walk time, when you stopped, the distance that you walked, the average mile time, the climb, the calories, what the name of the route was, which is something that you had a little bit of an issue with at the beginning. I figured that out and you didn't.
Yeah.
And then you can export that data.
Oh, your girl's behind you.
I'll be done in a little bit, sweeties. Okay, then you could also output this thing to like a Google Maps URL, GPX for like if you have a normal GPS that you can import files to. You could use that as a URL, and then you could do KML, which is something that you've been using quite a bit, right?
Right. Yep.
Yeah. It's a pretty nicely thought out application.
Yeah. So the reason I had a problem naming the route, it wasn't that I was trying to name the route. I was trying to name the walk. And you don't name walks, you name the route. So I was thinking of it in terms of, I walked from here to there and I want to call this my subway walk. Well, what if you take that same walk more than once?
17:20, distance 3.4, pace 6:30.
And you could tell her to make it like shorter and longer. Anyhow.
Yeah, anyway. So what if you take that same walk more than once? You want to be able to associate each time you did that particular route to a named route called like Subway. I was trying to name the individual walks. But the second time I took that same walk, I had the problem where it was like, okay, now it's Subway 1, Subway 2, No, you name the route, and then you assign the walks to the route. Yeah. Huh. And naming the route is not a problem either. It's very easy, but I just had to step back and think of it in using the application more than once perspective.
Right.
Yeah. So.
Yeah.
It works. It works.
Yeah, I saw the back and forth of you guys talking about it, and I see where they're coming from with, the way that they're going about things. One of the things I wish this thing would do is, for instance, somebody like us, we want to use the GeekFit hashtag in there. There's no way to like add custom text to the tweet.
Right.
So you get like a bunch of on and off stuff.
Right.
Uh-oh.
New one B. Big D asterisk CK Kenny HTTP www.yearofFedless.
It's reading your Twitter.
Stroke profiles stroke logs stroke one Big D CK Kenny.
Did you just say stroke a bunch of times?
Yeah, that's how it says slash.
Oh, it's like English.
It's in British. Yeah.
It's in English. Yeah, exactly.
It's in English.
All right. And so, what was the other app or the other thing that you've been looking at?
The other app. The other thing, Eat Smart sent us a digital bathroom scale. Oh. I got an email from them asking if we wanted to review it. Now, when I got the scale, unfortunately, it has a max weight of 330. Oh. And at the time, I was 366. So I wasn't about to step on it and break it. So I had my sister do it.
Yeah.
My sister weighs like a quarter of what I do. So, she unwrapped it, put it on the floor. I could tell just by looking, in comparing it to the scale that I had, it's much wider. So when you step on it, you don't feel like you're trying to, bow your feet in to step on it. It had a nice big wide platform, and the display was 3.5 inches and digital. And it made it a lot easier to be able to stand on the scale without pigeon toeing, and then still be able to see the nice big numbers at the bottom.
Does it display the numbers after you step off of it for a period?
Yeah, it stays on.
Okay.
Yeah, you have to touch it once to turn it on, and then you step onto it, and you can step off of it. Yeah, but the numbers stay there for a bit.
And so the company's Eat Smart, huh?
Eat Smart, right? It looks like their main product, from going to the website, and we'll have a link in the show notes, is a food scale.
Oh yeah.
Which it literally looks like a mini version of the one they sent me. Well, instead of for your body, it's for your food, and it has a bunch of cool presets. And I was reading some of the reviews, and
it's cheap too.
Yeah. Well, the one they said, yeah,
it's like $25, like on Amazon.
The food scale or the scale? Yeah. It's a good price. And I was surprised. I don't want to speak ill of their company, but I looked at the price of the scale that they sent me, and I'm thinking, okay, yeah, I'll look at it, but it's only $20. And I was expected it to kind of be flimsy.
Yeah.
It was solid.
Huh.
I don't know what material.
Tempered glass. Okay, tempered glass.
Is it? Okay.
Tempered glass, and it's 12 by 13.
Yeah, and it was sturdy. I was looking at the price, and I'm like, I wouldn't want to step on anything that costs $20 because I'd destroy it.
Well, you also didn't want to step on it if you exceeded the weight limit.
Well, that too. I mean, it would have made me nervous, but it was nice and solid. I mean, it was sturdy. It didn't seem flimsy at all, and so I mean, it's just a fantastic price for that kind of quality. And I don't know how they're keeping the margin with that price, but $20 you can get one, and it's if you're under 330, nice big letters, nice big numbers. Yeah, and then the platform is probably the biggest selling point for me, is that you can put both feet on it without having to, pull your feet in, which is what I have to do on the scale that I have now. So. And
it's also no nonsense. I mean, that's all you get is just the display, nothing else.
Yeah.
No extra. Yeah.
Yeah. I like the device to do just what it's designed to do. Just one job, do the weight.
So I guess you and Alton Brown just aren't friends.
No, I don't need the multi-function craziness. Yeah. Just give me the one that does what it's supposed to do. That way, it does it and stuff. Yeah. Cool. It's accurate to 0.2 of a pound, I think, is what it said on the site.
Yeah, 0.2 of a pound.
Yeah. So, yep, I dig it.
Cool, man.
Yep. That's it for the show, man.
That's all we got.
Did you save it this time?
I did save it this time.
Outstanding.
So, how do people get a hold of us, Steve?
How do people get a hold of us? So they can use our phone number, which I had pulled up just moments ago. It's a phone number, and it's 360-450-5026. I don't know why I can't remember this. It's the same 6 numbers of my phone number. So 360-450-5026 to give us a call. And then we're on Twitter all day long.
All day.
Jason Tucker and Mr. Xenu, MRXINU. But yep. Hit us on the website. Send us an email. Give us a call.
Yep. Yeah. That's the way you get a hold of us.
Indeed.
And if you know what we haven't had very many of, and I'd love to see more of,
what's that?
Would be iTunes reviews.
Yep.
I've seen podcasts go from having no reviews to 10, 20 of them, and they show up on the front page of iTunes.
Yeah.
How freaking cool would that be?
Can we have a review, please? Please?
If it showed up on the front page of iTunes, that'd be so awesome.
That would be awesome. I do want to say before we go that I met several people in the Zumba class, and I did give them a card for GeekFit. So if you're listening to this, thank you for cheering me on in the class. It was awesome. And especially Jennifer S., one of my favorite Zumba instructors. So,
yeah, if she wants to see what you're up to, that'd be the way to do it, is off the website or off Twitter or something.
That's right. And there were several other people who were going to send me an email. So I'm waiting. Email. Yeah. All right, that'll do it.
Coolness. Well, it's good talking to you again, Steve.
Likewise.
All right, I'll see you later.
Bye-bye.